Whether it's erection or ejaculation challenges, it can be hard to know how to deal with sexual performance anxiety. We feel stuck in our head and we want to just feel normal again and feel like a man. In this video, I'm sharing 3 steps on how to deal with sexual performance anxiety so that you can start to feel normal again. First up, in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a button that says subscribe. If you find this video helpful today, then click on that button so that you can get the latest brand new videos and tools as I share them. So first of all, it can feel like there is an overwhelming amount of information online. When we're searching for or watching videos or looking at articles to try and figure out what is going on, what's this problem that I'm experiencing? Is it performance anxiety? Is it medical? Is it mindset? We have so many questions. The danger is that there's endless amounts of information available. So we can continue to search and search and search. And if you can relate to this, I want you to notice that that doesn't actually make us feel any better, right? As much as it feels like there's one part of us that is satisfied of thinking, oh, I'm starting to get to the bottom of this, the reality is that searching goes on for weeks, months, even years. So there's the learning part of our brain that's being satisfied, but then there's the results part of our brain that we're still not seeing the result that we wanted, despite this endless amount of information. And I get it because it feels more comfortable to sit behind a screen and search on our phone versus speaking to somebody or actually saying that, okay, I'm not sure what's going on here and I think I need some support with this. That feels a lot more uncomfortable. I get it. I did that also for a long time. I did not want to speak to anybody about this because I felt like I just want to sort this out myself. And I thought, oh, with this amount of information online, I'll be able to get it sorted. And so I was in that place. It came to a point where nearly a year down the line, I still wasn't, if anything, I felt even more frantic in my mind. And this search had just become this continuous loop that I felt stuck in. So these 3 steps I'm about to go through are designed to cut through the noise. As you know, I've personally experienced this. The first step is knowing we're going to have a lot of what if questions in our mind. What if I can't be fixed? What if this goes on forever? What if my partner leaves me because of this? What if I can never be with somebody because of this? What if I'm broken? What if I'm not enough of a man? What if I can't satisfy them? We have a lot of these what if questions. This is normal. And it feels like it takes up a lot of mental capacity. So that is a given. These things are going to be happening. These questions are normal when we're experiencing performance anxiety, regardless of whether it's erection or ejaculation issues. But we must make sure as step 1 that we don't fall into the trap of there's going to be a magic bullet or one magic thing. I call it the one magic thing that never exists, right? Doesn't exist in this area of our life, doesn't exist in relationships, doesn't exist in finances, doesn't exist in business, doesn't exist in the gym or working out. Of course, we want to take that part of our brain wants to take the easy route, wants to take the quickest resolution. We know that if we're going to the gym, if we want to build muscle, that takes some time, right? There's not a overnight quick fix for that. And so it's similar with this. We have to not fall into that trap of the one magic thing and realize, okay, this has been going on for some time. The reality is, yes, I am experiencing the what if questions. It is taking up a lot of mental capacity. And if it's been, a few months or a few years now that I haven't been able to get the results that I want, it's actually time for me to speak to somebody that may have the set of tools or the strategies that I need. It feels uncomfortable stepping away from the one magic thing. But the reality is we must do that to be able to get that sorted. We must take that step. So that is step 1. Step 2, and this one can feel strange, but it also relieves a lot of pressure. The fact that it is okay to take sex off of the table whilst we're getting this sorted. It's okay to take sex off of the table whilst we're getting performance anxiety sorted. So let me explain what that looks like in a relationship context. So there's going to be 2 scenarios usually. Either you and your partner are wanting to have sex, you're trying it, the what if questions, feeling intensity around this and then losing the erection or ejaculating too soon or not climaxing. Any of those things may be going on. And the loop is happening of trying it, it's not working, trying it, it's not working, trying it, it's not working. And there's this continuous guilt, shame, pressure in between all of those moments. So that's one thing that may be happening. The other situation is that you may just be not even going there in terms of intimacy because it's been like this for so long. So now it feels like, what's the point in trying if I can't finish this? But there's the part of both of you that still want it, that you desire each other, you don't want to give up on your sex life because you don't need to. So what do I mean by taking sex off the table in these two scenarios? Number one, confidence in ourselves that I may not have all the answers, but I know I can get this sorted. So that's the first step, is knowing there is a part of you that can get this sorted, and believe in that. Because I believe it, and I believe you do as well. That's why you're here watching this. If we're in that loop of the trying it, it's not working, trying it, it's not working, it is speaking to our partner, right? Some of you may choose not to speak to your partner, and that's okay as well. Speaking to a partner and saying, okay, clearly we both want to have this intimacy, we both want to have sex, I understand that. I need to figure out what is going on here. And I also just need a bit of space, a bit of time without things always leading to sex so that I can get this sorted. I'm not saying you can't have intimacy. So kissing, touching, cuddling, even oral sex if things are fine when it comes to that. It does not always have to lead to full sex every single time, and just taking that off of the table for a short period of time whilst we work through the tools to get performance anxiety sorted, that in itself reduces the pressure. It's not saying I have to accept that I'm not having sex. No, we're absolutely getting to the point of having incredible sex. But on the journey there, we need to reduce the expectation on ourselves right now. The other scenario that I spoke about, if you've avoided initiating, if you and your partner are not really talking about this, but you both know it's the elephant in the room, you haven't been having sex for a while. So this is actually an opportune moment to get the right tools and strategies to get this sorted so that you can then gradually start to build sex back in, but not having an unrealistic expectation that overnight everything's going to be sorted and you're going to be able to jump straight back into bed. Before I move on to the third step, if this has been relatable, I'd like to invite you to take the free performance anxiety quiz. This is 10 yes or no questions that take less than 2 minutes to complete. It's a free quiz. And this will show you your score plus what is going on for you personally so that you can get to the bottom of this and start to feel normal again. If that sounds good to you, in the comments below, you will see the link to the performance anxiety quiz. Click on that link, it will take you straight to the page where you can answer the 10 yes or no questions. And the third and final step is realizing that you do not need to feel alone. You are not alone in this. Many guys experience this, we just do not talk about it very often. And it's realizing that there is lots of help and guidance out there for you to be able to get this sorted. Whether that's choosing to go down a medical route and speaking to your doctor, whether it's working with a men's coach like me who has been through this personally, or whether it is speaking to somebody else, realizing that you are not alone and beginning to see that what if there was actually people out here to help me get this sorted. Even though it can feel a bit uncomfortable to engage, to have that conversation, and this really doesn't need to go on for more months or more years. Feeling like a man back on track with the kind of life that you want to be building. You deserve that. Those are the 3 steps. A quick recap. Number 1, the what if questions are normal. Taking up mental capacity with these questions are normal, but don't fall into the trap. We must avoid the trap of the one magic thing. Number 2, it's okay to take sex off of the table for a short period of time whilst we're getting sexual performance anxiety sorted. And step 3 is knowing that you are not alone. There are people out there with the right tools and the right strategies to be able to help you get this sorted. Okay, so that's it from me. And as I mentioned, I look forward to seeing you at the performance anxiety quiz.